What's up, vlog? Welcome back to another Vlogmas video. As you can see by the title, today's video is a get to know me kind of Q&A. I looked up a bunch of questions and have them all ready to go. I know I did my introduction video when I first started this channel, but I wanted one that was more like just kind of random, fun questions, just get to know me a little bit more. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this video started. So the first question is, what is your name and do you have any nicknames? So obviously my name is Natalie Morris. I think all of you know that. But nicknames, I have like two main ones, and then the third is like from when I was younger. So the first one is my family calls me Boo. Yes, like the Monsters Inc. character. No, I was not, like, the nickname did not come from her. They actually called me that before the movie came out, but then I look a lot like her, like especially as a child, so it just kind of worked. But that's what my family calls me and some of our good like family friends. And then most people call me Nat. Obviously that's just easy nickname for Natalie. That's what most of my teammates called me growing up and things like that. But then another one when I was younger was Nat Nat. That's what my brother called me. That's what I liked to go by. But yeah, also, fun fact, my parents didn't find out if I was a boy or girl until I was born. So I actually have a boy name also. I'm pretty sure it was like Zachary Taylor or something like that. So yeah, if I was a boy, I would have been Zachary. I'm pretty sure. How old am I? I'm 21. I'm a senior in college at Coastal Carolina University. I'll be 22 in March. Woo woo. Still far away, but yeah, so I'm just 21. What is your major? Like I've mentioned before, I'm a marketing major with a graphic design minor. It's been super fun, definitely ready to be done, but I've really enjoyed that major and minor. It's been really interesting and they definitely go really well together. The next question is, what do you want to do with your major? This is a question I've been asked 1,000 times as a senior. So honestly, I don't totally know. I think I do. After I graduate, I'm planning on doing either 1 or 2 internships in marketing. One of them is going to be with a nonprofit, and then one is going to be with a larger company that's not a nonprofit. I just kind of want to see like both sides of it, and the one is more like sports marketing probably. So that's kind of my plan, and then to just like go from there. I originally wanted to do like advertising design, but I think I want to do more of the businessy side of marketing now. I'm not totally sure. That's why I want to do the internships to kind of explore it and see. But then long term, like later in life, I would really like to do kids ministry. I did an internship with that this summer and absolutely loved it. And I volunteer in the kids ministry at my church on Sundays. So that would be like my like long-term goal. But yeah, that's my simple, not simple answer. Also, if you see me looking down, as usual, I have my computer with all the like questions on it. So that's what I'm looking at. So what are you involved in college? A lot. I'm slowly being done with things, but like I mentioned before, I'm a sister of Alpha Delta Pi sorority. Woo woo, or I guess boom boom. And that has been what has gotten me so involved in everything else. I've had a ton of positions in there. I've loved my whole sorority experience. I've gotten super involved with our Panhellenic, which is like what oversees all of the chapters. I'm in Phi Sigma Pi Honors Fraternity. I'm in the American Marketing Association, which is like just a club on campus where we can go and like listen to speakers and things like that. I was on the 2020 orientation team, which was super fun. I'm in Crew, which is a campus ministry. I was in Delight for a little bit, which is a women's campus ministry. I'm in Beta Gamma Sigma, like business fraternity, Order of Omega, which is like an honor society for like high achieving Greek life members. And then I'm also a Wall College of Business student executive leader. I think that's everything. I honestly sometimes forget everything, but I'm pretty sure that's most of them. Definitely recommend getting involved in college. It helps so much. It makes the campus feel way smaller and just like you're actually a part of it. Where are you from? So I was born in Ashburn, Virginia, which is right outside of Washington, D.C., but I grew up in Cary, North Carolina, which is outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Where do you currently live? I currently live in Conway, South Carolina because I'm at school at Coastal Carolina University. For anyone who doesn't know, Conway is like right outside of Myrtle Beach. So I'm right by the beach, which is super fun. And I'm only like 3 hours from home, which is super nice. Do I have any siblings? Yes, so I have one older brother. His name is Patrick. He's 24. He is actually a firefighter paramedic down here in Myrtle. So that's cool that we like live near each other. But yeah, I just have one sibling. I'll insert a picture right here of my family. Me and him look a lot alike, but yeah, we're 3 years apart. So which parent are you more like? So I'm actually a lot like both of my parents. I think like as I've gotten older, I'm a lot more like my dad, but I'm a lot like my mom also. I always say, like, my obvious personality traits I think are a lot more like my mom, just like the super outgoing, super social, like to have control over things, like things to be in order. But then I think a lot of my like more subtle personality traits and like things that really drive the way that I act are a lot more like my dad. So I'm definitely a lot like both of them. I'm a mix of them, but I think probably more like my dad. The next question is, how tall are you? I'm 5'4". I say that proudly. I, for the longest time, was like 5'3.5". And then finally, when I went to the doctor, I think it was like this past summer, I was like 5'4", and I've been so excited about that. Yeah, so definitely kind of short. My mom's 5'1", I think, and then my dad is, I think, 6'2". So I landed somewhat in the middle. I definitely would rather be short like I am than tall. Pretty good height. I wish I was like 5'5" or 5'6", but it's fine. What color are your eyes? So this is something that I never really know how to answer. Let me see. I don't know if you can tell. They're kind of green today. They're definitely a greener color, but they have like bluish tints. So like I always say that they're like a green, blue, hazel kind of, because also, I don't know if you can see, I kind of have like brown around the like pupil. My mom has like green hazel eyes, and then my dad has like super light blue eyes. So I kind of got a mix of the two, but they're definitely hazel because they go between the two colors. But I like to say that they're green. I think that they're pretty green. The next question is, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. I like most shades, but I really like light blue and navy blue. I also like yellow, but blue is definitely my favorite color. You can literally see how I have like yellow sunflowers. That's one of the reasons that yellow is my favorite color. It's just such a bright, happy color. What is your favorite animal? Giraffes. Anybody who knows me knows I am obsessed with giraffes. I just think that they're so funny, and like honestly, I can be really awkward sometimes. I feel like I understand them. Like, they're just like an awkward animal, but they're like really funny. I have giraffe statue over there. I have a giraffe that I sleep with. At home, I have a painting in my bathroom of a giraffe. Like, I just have them literally everywhere. I love them. I think they're so funny. The way that they fight, their tongues, like everything about them is just so funny. So yeah, definitely giraffes. The next question is, dogs or cats? So giraffes are my favorite like wild animal, but I love dogs. Cats I've gotten better with. I used to be terrified of them, but I'm a lot better now. But I'm obsessed with dogs. I cannot wait to get a dog. Literally the moment that I'm settled somewhere, can afford one, I will be getting one. I love them so freaking much. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm obsessed with giraffes and dogs. What is your favorite type of music? So another fun fact about me is I'm really bad at having favorites. I just like too many things. So I don't necessarily have like a favorite song. So that's why I did favorite type of music. I love country music and worship music. I definitely like a lot of other kinds. Like, I'm not too picky with music, but those are the two that I think I go to the most. What are your favorite TV shows? So again, I have multiple. So my favorite is, actually, they're all probably pretty equal. Grey's Anatomy, I binge watch all the time. The Office, Friends, New Girl, and Gilmore Girls were the 5 that immediately came to my mind. I constantly replay all of them. I just finished rewatching Grey's Anatomy. I'm rewatching New Girl right now, and I watch Friends every night to fall asleep. I grew up watching it. So yeah, so probably those shows. There's a lot of others that I like, but I would say those are my like go-to rewatch, just like chill, put me in a good mood kind of shows. What is your favorite childhood TV show? So growing up, my favorite show was Full House. I had all of them on like DVD. I loved that show. I still could rewatch it so many times and still love it. What is your favorite movie? So I don't love movies that much. I just have a short attention span, so I can't sit and watch them forever. But my favorite type of movies are Hallmark Christmas movies, or just Christmas movies in general. I just think that they are the best type of movie. Like, they're just so happy and so just like, I don't know, they're just so good. So definitely Christmas movies, especially Hallmark ones. And it has to be Hallmark. I've learned this year that Netflix ones, Lifetime ones, none of them are the same as Hallmark Christmas movies. They're all cheesy, but Hallmark ones are good cheesy. The other ones are just bad. So that, yeah. What is your favorite food? Again, I don't have necessarily a favorite, but I love waffles. I grew up eating them every morning. They're just so good. And then I love chocolate. I love fruit. I love hibachi. I love quesadillas, and I love cookies. all super unhealthy things, I guess, other than the fruit. But I'm like kind of a picky eater, but the food that I love, I love. Oh, also peanut butter. That is like a food group in my life. And chocolate and peanut butter together, oh, the best combination. What is your favorite fruit? I kind of did that based off of the like favorite food. So I love strawberries, pineapple, and apple. My two favorite apples are like the Red Delicious. I used to love the Granny Smith ones, but not as much anymore. And this, why can't I think? I think it's like Envy or something like that. But yeah, those are all my favorite fruits. I could eat them so much. I also love mangoes if you get a good one. What is your favorite holiday? So we were actually talking about this over Thanksgiving break. I think that Thanksgiving Day is my favorite, but the Christmas season is also my favorite. So like I like the actual day of Thanksgiving just because our family has so many traditions with our good family friends, the Dailies, and I just like love the whole week. But I love how Christmas has like the whole season with it, hence why I'm doing Vlogmas and things like that. I just love all the lights, the decorations, the movies, the cookies, gingerbread houses, just like it's just so fun. And so I love the Christmas season, but like Christmas Day, like I don't care that much about presents. So like it's kind of whatever, but I love just like the season. The next one is, what is your favorite sport? So I grew up playing soccer and basketball, but soccer was like my sport. Like that, I loved playing it. So soccer is definitely my favorite. I miss being on a team. I miss playing it. I do really enjoy watching it, but I like watching women's better than men's. I just think it's more interesting to watch. But I think I've said in another video, Isaac has kind of gotten me hooked on football. So I've gotten way more into watching football and yeah. So I would say soccer is definitely my favorite to play, but football and soccer are pretty close in watching for me. What is your favorite time of day? So I always struggle with this because it kind of depends on the day for me. I can be a night owl if I'm hanging out with people, but I also love to be a morning person. But in the morning, I like to be by myself. Like the mornings are my like wake up, get ready for the day, just kind of chill, do whatever. I love sunrises and sunsets. So I guess that wasn't a great question because I don't know if I really have a favorite because it depends on the day for me and depends on what I'm doing. But I love the mornings, how it's just like a fresh start, but I also love the nighttime because I feel like when you're hanging out with people late at night, it can just be so fun. Like that's just like when you get like delusional and just crazy and like your barriers just like your walls just kind of come down. And so it's just like super fun. So probably one of those. I don't really like the middle of the day that much. I get like tired and kind of bored in the middle of the day. The next one is, what is your go-to coffee drink? So another fun fact about me is that I pretty much just drink water and iced coffee. I don't really like soda that much. I don't like juice. I just like don't really like other drinks. But even coffee, I don't drink caffeine because it just bothers me. And so I always drink decaf, but I think my go-to is a decaf vanilla iced coffee. Oh, it's so good. But I also like some of the seasonal flavors like white chocolate, or I love when places have like the cinnamon roll flavor or things like that. But that's probably my go-to is vanilla iced coffee. But I also like caramel, but vanilla is the one that I do more. What is your zodiac sign? So like I said, my birthday is March 29th. So I am a proud Aries. I am not like super into zodiac signs, but I have like read them and think it's interesting. And I definitely embody Aries a lot. Definitely a fire sign, Ram, all of that. So yeah, also cool thing is both Isaac and Maggie is one of my best friends. She was in the sorority video. And then Isaac, my boyfriend, they're both Aries also because we all have birthdays within a week of each other. So that's pretty cool. Me and Maggie are both definitely Aries. But yeah. What is your favorite time of year? So I think that my two favorite times kind of go with my favorite holidays is I love fall. I just love all the activities. I love the weather that like you can have the warm but also cooler weather. You can kind of wear like a mix of things. But then I also love Christmas time. I love Christmas time, basically like I said before. So yeah, so fall and Christmas are definitely my favorite times of year. What is your favorite place? My favorite place in this whole world is the Outer Banks. That I've always said is my happy place. I have grown up going there. My family's always gone with the Dailies, the ones that we were with for Thanksgiving. They were our neighbors when we lived in Virginia, and so every summer we go for a week with them and a couple other families, and then we go at Thanksgiving just with them. But they have a house now in the Outer Banks, but that is my happy place. That is where I escape the rest of the world. It's just, I love the Outer Banks. I love all the memories, all the time that we've spent there, and it's so fun. It's just never negative when I'm there. What is your top bucket list item? So I have two, but my like top one is I want to go on an African safari so bad. I want to see a giraffe in the wild and all the other animals, but definitely a giraffe. I think I will cry when I see one, but I want to go on one so bad. I just think it'd be really cool and pretty. But then I also really want to go skydiving. I don't know when I will do that, but I am determined to do that at some point in my life. What are your biggest fears? So Isaac makes fun of me for this, not just Isaac, a lot of people make fun of me for this all the time. I am terrified of lizards. Like, they freak me out so much. I have cried before when I've been around them. I don't know what it is about them. Like, even just like the little ones. I also hate frogs and snakes, but lizards are my like biggest fear. I also don't love heights when I'm not strapped in. So in the last video, me at the lighthouse, that was a little freaky. Because I just don't like to not feel secure. But those, and then also fear of the unknown. That one's a little deeper, but yeah, everybody makes fun of me for my fear of lizards, but you know what? I don't know why I'm scared of them. I just like, they terrify me. The next one is, what is your proudest accomplishment? I think for me, it's been college just as a whole. I don't know if it's one thing. It's just been like the way that I've stepped out of my comfort zone so much in college. And like, I think when I walk across that stage in May, like that will be like my greatest accomplishment, because that it's just such a like culmination of like my entire childhood and like just growing up and like it's like the like product of that, like all the work that I have put in is like been paying off the past couple years, and just like all the things I've gotten involved in, all the leadership roles. Like, I think just college as a whole is definitely my proudest accomplishment. All right, we're down to the last 5 questions. What is your relationship status? Basically, like I said before, I do have a boyfriend, very much taken. Isaac has shown up in some of the videos. I'm also going to be doing some videos with him for Vlogmas, so get excited for that. I love making him take videos with me. So I'll be doing like a boyfriend tag and things like that. But yeah, I'm very happily in a relationship. We've been dating since February 5th of this year, so almost 10 months. It'll be 10 months this Sunday, so that's exciting. What kind of going off of that, the next question is, what is your love language? I think love languages are so interesting. I think any sort of personality tests are interesting. So my love languages, the top one is quality time, but then in friendships and things like that, my second one is words of affirmation. In like romantic relationships, my second one is physical touch. Words of affirmation is still like kind of right up there with it, but I've kind of learned that it's changed. But quality time is like definitely number one for me. Because in quality time, in my opinion, all the other love languages like come out and like are incorporated into it. But yeah, definitely quality time. I'm a huge conversation type person. Like, let's put our phones away. Let's do something. Yeah, so. The next question is, are you an introvert or extrovert? And I am 100% an extrovert. I love to be around people all the time. I love to talk. I love to just like get my energy from people. I definitely need my alone time sometimes, but I don't need a lot of it. And I can also get it while I'm with people, because I love to even just like coexist around people. All right, I'm actually throwing in a bonus question that I thought of with the personality test is, what is your Enneagram? So this is a debate that me and Isaac have sometimes, but I've taken the test. I am a 3-wing 2 and also a 2-wing 3. I think 1 might also be like close to those two, but 3 and 2 are definitely my Enneagrams. He says that I'm definitely a 3-wing 2. I think that I'm also the 2-wing 3. They're very close when I test. I think the 2 comes out because I'm a 3, since I'm such a like overachiever. I want to overachieve in like relationships and helping people also. But yeah, that's my Enneagram. I think that's really interesting as well. I love learning about other people's. So yeah. Okay, last 2 questions. My next one is, what are your values? I have learned to be a very values-based person and like center my life around them. I also remembered my like top 3 or 4 and could not find the sheet where I had the other one. So I actually looked it up and kind of came up with one that I don't know if this is one that I normally have. I don't think it is, but my top ones are faith, family, growth, self-worth, and openness. So faith, like I just had a video, the faith in college, like my faith is like the biggest value in my life. But then family, and that encompasses like friends that are like family as well. I'm just huge on like community and just the people around me. Growth, I just like always think that there's like room and opportunities to like grow and just constantly be learning and just like things like that. Self-worth, that is one that I actually added this year because I've really learned that I can't value other things if I don't value myself first and put time into myself. So that's definitely one that I've been trying to focus on a lot more. And then my last one, openness, like I said before with growth, like just being always open to new opportunities, new opinions, just all those types of things. And then, yeah, so those are basically the like values that I try to live my life by and try to focus on and like ground myself in. All right, my last one is, what is your favorite quote? So my favorite quote that I try to live by is live in the moment. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge planner. I have such a hard time focusing on where I'm at, but that's something that I've been trying to like constantly ground myself in, is living in the moment and focusing on where I'm at instead of where I was or where I'm going, just like living in the current moment, because otherwise they're just going to pass you up and then you're going to be wishing for them back. So yeah, so that was, I guess, 36 questions about me. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you learned a little bit more about me. I tried to get through them as quick as I could, but as usual, I'm such a talker. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you did, comment down below any video ideas you have or your answers to these questions or any other questions you want to know about me. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell so that you know when these videos are getting posted, especially right now with Vlogmas. And yeah, so stay tuned for the next video, which will be coming out tomorrow, because Vlogmas means one video a day. But until next time, bye.